employment, we said an inspector had to be exclusively employed. This term was misunderstood. There's a lot of people, especially in Asia, that they're exclusively employed by one authorized inspection agency, but they have other employment. There may not be enough work going on in that area, so it's not saying you can only do this job. We're just saying as it relates to ASME code work, you can't have any conflicts of interest. So the employment is the relationship between an authorized inspector or inspector who holds a national work commission and an authorized inspection agency, owner-user inspection organization, or federal inspection agency. The authorized inspector or inspector shall either be exclusively employed on a full-time or part-time basis, or shall be engaged to a contractual agreement to provide inspection services exclusively for only one authorized inspection agency, owner-user organization, or federal agency. And it's only one of those things. So you can only inspect for one person. You get one commission card through that company, and that's the only person you're allowed to do inspections for. They can change employment. There's processes for that, but at any given time, you can only inspect for one company. A jurisdiction, defined as a national government or a governmental subdivision, depending upon which the entity has the responsibility for regulating boilers and pressure vessels. So now we're really talking a different type of AIA in some cases. A jurisdiction which has adopted and does administer one of the more sections of ASME boiler pressure vessel code as a legal requirement. Insurance companies licensed to write BPV insurance in a state or province shows a willingness to write such insurance, be accepted by the National Board for work performed to the requirements of National Board Inspection Code, be accredited by ASME for new construction work performed requirements of ASME boiler pressure vessel code. Third-party insurance or third-party inspection agency is a company in the business providing third-party inspection services within a jurisdiction which has governmental recognition to perform inspection and design reviews for boilers and pressure vessels. That was a quick run through, but it really sets the tone for some of the in-service activities I'll get into tomorrow. I will not completed everything I'm going to cover with authorized inspectors. So really, if you have any questions concerning their relation with the BPV code, definitely please ask those now or on break tomorrow. But is there any questions concerning inspectors, their qualifications, how they maintain their qualifications, or the separation between the in-service and the authorized inspection side? No questions? And tunnel vision, I'm looking further out the audience there.
Thank you for your presentation. I would like to know the difference between API inspection code API 510 and NBIC inspection.
So the question is the difference between API 510 inspections and NBIC inspections. So you're talking about repairs. They're two completely different certifications. We are two completely different standards. API has a very limited scope. There are a lot of jurisdictions that may accept it for that type of inspection. The petroleum industry, a lot of the, not all, but a lot of the North American jurisdictions have an exemption within their law for AP 510 type vessels. So they don't inspect them over here on the normal jurisdictional thing because they're exempt in some cases. There's times they allow reciprocity as far as the construction or the repair, as long as it meets the requirements of the owner. They typically have some acceptability, but they are two separate ANSI standards. I will cover tomorrow some stuff on how jurisdictions write up laws and